Hey everybody, I'm Chad Hailey. I'm here working on the church studio in Tulsa, Oklahoma, on the technology and installation aspect, and I'm going to walk you through where we are today and the progress that we're making. This is the power for the outboard racks. There's going to be a lovely stone top outboard rack with a lower work surface to the rear, and there'll be four 19-inch bays for all of the outboard equipment. The orange duplex outlets are Equitech balanced power. The white outlet is house power, and we afford both in the rack for various things. The white area is actually a trough that goes all the way to the back of the room, and it goes all the way to the front of the room, and it cuts across the side of the room. So we can go underneath the floor and pull all of our audio wiring to connect everything that way. The panels are removable, so if we need to add something later or take something out, it's really easy to do. I arrived on the 8th to start all of this stuff, and one of the first things that we did, we're getting the Patchbays for the Neve and all the outboard gear. And this is Patchbay world, as we like to refer to it. This is where all of the audio interfaces. This is how you get in and out of the console, tape machines, Pro Tools, and outboard gear right here. And there are also tie lines on this that go down to the live stage outside. So if we want to do something, from there and record it up here, we can. And there are tie lines all over the building. There's almost not a room in this building that is not wired for cue and mic. If you wanted to go out and record in the hallway, you could, or if you wanted to go record out by the elevator, you can do that too. And the audio wire that I like to use is all Japanese oxygen-free copper. It's Megami, and it's been one of my favorites for a long, long time. This is the shop, and this is kind of the brains of where everything technical goes on. So during the installation, it serves as a base of operations for the tools and the connections and testing of all the things that go in the room. Once the studio is up and running, something needs to be repaired in-house. We have all the technology and all the facilities to be able to do that here. It's sort of unusual to have a shop right next to a control room, but we were able to do this, which means that these patch bays that you look at, that you access in the actual control room, are very easily maintainable from the shop. You don't have to crawl under a piece of furniture. You don't have to pull anything, away from anything to do it. There'll be a rack. This is just in the beginning processes. These will all be connected to EDAC connectors that are on panels that will be in a rack right here. And then the wires will all be tethered down the wall like that. So that's Patchbay world from the shop side. And if we go over here to this hole, since we're talking about the holes in the wall, this is where all of the converters for our Pro Tools HDX system will be. And we're going to fill this wall with burl converters. And you can't see it, but the white trough that's in the control room exists in here. The panels are just not removed. Later in this week, if you were to come in here, the floor panels will be up so that we have access to do the wiring from in this room to the control room. This is a 5-year tub, and that means that I started this tub 5 years ago. This contains all of the vendors that are necessary to get a recording studio off the ground. Not construction vendors. This is only technical vendors and things that we need to get the shop and the console and all of the wiring done. And right now, I don't know the exact number, but there's over 100 of them. I lost count at about 102. Each time we add a new vendor, we create a hard folder for it. I'm kind of a stickler for hard copies of stuff. And this is one of the Equitech units I was talking about, the orange outlets. This is one of the distribution boxes, breaker box they call it, for the tech power in the shop and the control room. So if something goes wrong, we don't have to run downstairs. We don't have to go to some basement or anything. We just walk in here and just kind of see what it is and deal with it accordingly. So the shop being here is really convenient. Okay guys, I hope y'all enjoyed all of that, and stay tuned. The church is going to be open very soon.